veterans and younger dogs.
Slater is definitely, he's been my main leader for a lot of years. And his brothers, Pink and Woody, they're 8 this year, and it was kind of a question whether they were going to make it, but they've made it, and they're thriving. And then I got these 4-year-olds that come out of a breed I did with a sprint dog a few years back, and Capone and Ace, and they're superstars, and they've kind of come into themselves. They're 4 now, and I'm beyond excited about them.
Sass is coming off a win in last month's Copper Basin 300, where he raced with a borrowed lighter weight sled. He says he subsequently ordered 2 similar sleds from Austria, one of which just arrived, and he'll be running in the Quest.
So it's very lightweight, and it's very, very drivable. So I'm excited, yeah.
Among other top mushers in the 300 is Connect-based Christy Barrington, who last ran a Yukon Quest race in 2012. Barrington says she's been primarily focused on the Iditarod and is getting a little bored.
Losing a little bit of its magic, and some of that magic comes from anxiety and not knowing, and I feel like I want to feel that again.
As a veteran dog driver, Barrington says she knows not to dwell on what could go wrong, but is prepared for a very cold race.
Definitely a person can get in trouble, and it can be much more uncomfortable than it has to be, and it all boils down to if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your dogs.
Fellow Quest veteran and likely frontrunner Eddie Burke of Willow is also anticipating frigid temperatures.
40 to possibly even to 60 below there on Birch Creek, so of course, you have precautions with the cold weather and the dogs. Dog care always comes first. But other than that, it should be a good time suffering.
Another musher to watch is Deke Naktuborin of Fairbanks, who says his dogs have a lot of experience on the Quest Trail.
They've done this race, I think, 8 times, or at least the first 300 miles, and 1,000 mile one once. So they're a pretty bomb-proof unit.
After signing posters and meeting with race fans last night, Quest mushers drew start numbers from a bunny boot. Keaton Lowbrick of Fairbanks pulled number 1 and will go out first for the 2nd year in a row.
Last year I probably wanted to go last. This year I was actually kind of hoping to be towards the front, so I'm fine with that.
Lowbrick is only in his 2nd year of racing and says he learned a lot in last year's Quest. He tells a story of struggling up Eagle Summit in a whiteout, suffering tangles and U-turns until he took to the front of his team.
I ran with the lead dogs all the way to the crest of Summit. It was the most challenging part of the race, but after that I just had so much energy because we were able to accomplish that.
Quest 300 and 200-mile mushers will be taking off at 3-minute intervals starting at 11 tomorrow morning at Griffin Park. Mushers participating in the 80-miler will head out beginning at 3 p.m. I'm Dan Burrows.
KUAC coverage of the 2024 Yukon Quest is made possible by Smart Automotive, Kinross Fort Knox, Golden Heart Emergency Physicians, Shannon and Wilson, Water Wagon, and Sipping Streams Tea Company, proud sponsors of KUAC.
To a preview of the 2024 Yukon Quest. If you missed this airing, we will be airing it again next hour after the KUAC News at 7:45. Coming up tonight on KUAC Television and streaming at KUAC.org. The PBS News Hour is at 6. 7 o'clock is Sanditon on Masterpiece, followed by Washington Week with the Atlantic at 8. 8:30 is Consuelo Mac Wealth Track. 9 o'clock is Girl Unscripted, followed by Hotel Portofino at 10. And Amanpour and Company is at 11. That is all tonight on KUAC TV. And coming up next is today's Marketplace Morning Report. We'll give you all the latest morning business news. And another hour of Morning Edition begins at 7. Taking a look at the weather for our translator communities. Nome is 21 below with clear skies. Also clear skies in Tok, 28 below. Eagle is partly cloudy, 43 below. Healy, also partly cloudy, 28 below. In Nenana, 43 below with fog. Delta, also fog at 36 below. Bettles, 48 below with fair skies. Currently in Fairbanks, 45 below with fog. High temperatures today in Fairbanks expected to be around 30 below. There is a dense fog advisory now in effect for Fairbanks, also in Esther, Fort Wainwright, North Pole, and Fox.
Just thought I would take a video of driving in today. Had a pretty bitter cold snap going on about almost 3 weeks now. 48 below, 45 below. This morning, woke up to 51 below. Radio just said 45 below there at the airport. So, take your pick, 45, 50 below. Anyway, this is a drive into work this morning. Street lights are starting to flicker, it's so cold. Be surprised if some of the traffic signals actually start to go out and they do an all red 4-way stop on some places. So anyway, just thought I'd document some cold weather this year. Usually doesn't get 50 below. 40 below, you'll see it, but 50 below, that's pretty cold. Anyway, have a good one. Stay warm out there.